All right, mystery fans, buckle up. Today we're diving into Brindlewood Bay.
Ooh, fun.
It's this tabletop RPG that's been catching my eye lately. And you guys have sent over a ton of stuff, game descriptions, reviews, even some like bonus
It
goodies.
seems we both have a nose for the peculiar.
Yeah, you guys are clearly as intrigued as I am. So,
Yes.
from what I've skimmed so far,
Hmm.
it's not your typical RPG setting. We're talking about like a picturesque seaside town, Brindlewood Bay.
Right.
Even the name like just conjures up these images of quaint cottages, salty air, a charming lighthouse maybe.
The game definitely leans into that cozy atmosphere.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can practically hear the seagulls and smell the fish and chips.
Oh, I love that.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
Brindlewood Bay also has like a secret,
Ooh.
a dark undercurrent that ripples beneath the surface.
Okay, you've got my attention. Cozy seaside town, but with a twist.
Hmm.
Spill the tea. What's lurking beneath those charming facades?
Let's just say you might want to hold on to your sanity because there's a Lovecraftian cult operating in the shadows.
Whoa, okay. That's a hard left turn from cozy. It's like
Right.
someone spiked the tea with cosmic horror.
Mm-hmm.
So how does this unusual mix actually play out? Who are we in this twisted seaside mystery?
So you take on the role of a Maven.
Okay.
She's a sharp-witted elderly woman with a knack for solving mysteries.
Okay.
Imagine yourself a seasoned observer of human nature, sipping tea and just piecing together clues from the local gossip.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm already picturing myself in a fabulous hat, maybe a hand-knitted shawl,
Mm-hmm.
ready to unravel the town's secrets.
Yeah.
But this isn't just like a quirky costume party, right?
No.
How deep does this Maven role actually go?
Creating your Maven is a delightful experience in itself.
Okay.
You delve into her backstory,
Oh, wow.
her career, her hobbies, even her late spouse.
Interesting.
All these details shape her personality and influence how she tackles the mysteries.
Yeah.
And that's not all.
Okay, there's more. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Your Maven's skills, the abilities that she brings to the table, are named after famous figures.
Oh.
Think like MacGyver for improvising solutions,
Mhm.
or Julia Child for a surprising culinary distraction.
Wait, I can channel my inner Julia Child to solve a Lovecraftian mystery.
Yes.
This game is genius.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, sometimes even the best detectives, they hit a wall.
Mm-hmm.
How does Brindlewood Bay handle those moments where the clues just aren't adding up?
That's where things get really fascinating.
Okay.
Unlike your typical mystery games where there's one right answer,
Uh-huh.
Brindlewood Bay throws out the rule book. There's no single solution laid out by the game.
Hold on, no right answer. So how do you actually solve a mystery in Brindlewood Bay?
You and your fellow players use the clues to weave your own theories.
No.
Much like an audience piecing things together alongside a detective on TV, you decide what's important, who's suspicious, and ultimately what narrative best fits the evidence.
So it's less about finding the truth and more about crafting a compelling story.
Exactly.
That's a completely different approach.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of how that might work?
Imagine you uncover a mysterious diary. In a typical game, its author and relevance would be clear. But in Brindlewood Bay, you get to decide.
Wow.
Who wrote it? What secrets does it hold? How does it connect to the larger mystery?
Interesting.
It becomes a collaborative storytelling experience.
Wow. So each playthrough could be wildly different based on the player's interpretations.
Exactly.
But that puts a lot of pressure on the keeper, the game master, right?
Hmm.
They're not just presenting a pre-written story.
Yeah.
They have to react to all these different theories.
Absolutely. It's a delicate dance for the keeper. They need to guide the players, provide enough clues for a satisfying mystery, but also be flexible enough to incorporate the player's ideas and interpretations.
Uh-huh.
They're like an improv artist building a world and a story in real time.
That sounds like a thrilling challenge, both for the players and the keeper. But this deep dive has barely scratched the surface. There's so much more to uncover, especially about the mysteries themselves.
Indeed. And it seems you've stumbled upon the Nephews in Peril expansion,
Oh, yeah.
which opens up even more intriguing corners of Brindlewood Bay and the strange happenings within.
Ooh, I can't wait to dig into those. But before we do, let's take a quick break and give our listener a moment to process all this delightful weirdness. We'll be back soon to explore even more layers of this captivating game.
We're back, and I am itching to crack open those Nephews in Peril mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
But first, I'm kind of curious about the nuts and bolts of Brindlewood Bay.
Okay.
How does this open-ended storytelling actually work in terms of like gameplay mechanics?
Well, the game manages to strike a balance, I think. You've
Oh.
got your traditional dice rolls,
Mm. Mm.
skills to test,
Right,
and of course your Maven's unique abilities.
right.
But these mechanics, they serve the story, not the other way around.
So it's not about like number crunching.
It's more about using the mechanics to enhance the role-playing and the storytelling.
Exactly. Imagine a tense scene
Okay.
where your Maven is trying to convince a skeptical townsperson to share a crucial bit of gossip.
Ooh.
You might roll for your persuasion skill,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the way you describe your Maven's approach, her words, her demeanor,
Right.
that truly brings the scene to life.
Yeah, that makes total sense. It's about embodying your Maven, not just playing a set of stats.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of those unique abilities, you mentioned that they're named after famous figures.
Yeah.
We've got MacGyver, Julia Child.
Yeah.
Any other examples that kind of like showcase the game's quirky charm?
Oh, there are plenty. Picture your Maven
Okay.
channeling her inner Sherlock Holmes
Uh-huh.
to deduce the meaning of like a cryptic symbol,
Oh.
or perhaps using her Bob Ross skills to create a calming painting that soothes the anxieties of a rattled witness.
I love that. It's like a mashup of pop culture icons and Lovecraftian intrigue. It sounds like Brindlewood Bay doesn't take itself too seriously, even when dealing with cosmic horror.
Yeah, that's a key part of the game's appeal, I think.
Yeah.
It's got that playful, almost tongue-in-cheek tone that keeps things from getting too dark or overwhelming.
Which brings us back to those nephews in peril cases.
Yes.
Can you give us a taste of what kinds of mysteries our Mavens might be tackling?
Sure.
What's the vibe of these new cases?
Nephews in Peril definitely expands the scope of Brindlewood Bay.
Okay.
You'll encounter challenges that delve into gambling curses, art theft, even high society shenanigans.
Wow.
Each case with its own unique flavor and setting.
That's quite the variety. It sounds like Nephews in Peril really fleshes out the world of Brindlewood Bay, offering like new places to explore, new secrets to uncover.
It does.
Does the expansion also add any new mechanics or rules?
It does. It provides more options for creating your Maven, adding depth to the role-playing, and it offers guidance for keepers, helping them weave these new mysteries into the game.
So it's not just adding content, it's like enhancing the whole experience for both players and keepers. But I have to ask, what's the appeal for someone who might be hesitant to take on the role of keeper?
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of pressure.
Being a keeper in Brindlewood Bay is definitely a unique experience.
Yeah.
It's about embracing the unknown,
Uh,
being willing to improvise and trust the collaborative process.
okay.
Think of it as like weaving a tapestry together with the players,
Uh-huh.
where everyone contributes to the final masterpiece.
That seems incredibly rewarding, but also a bit daunting. Any tips for aspiring keepers who might be intimidated by the prospect of all that improv?
Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Okay.
There's no one right way to run a Brindlewood Bay game. Lean into the game's quirky nature. Have fun with it. And remember, the most important thing is that everyone at the table is enjoying the experience.
That's great advice. It's a reminder that games are about connection and shared fun, even when facing down cosmic horrors.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, I want to circle back to something that's been piquing my curiosity.
Okay.
The overall tone and style of the game.
Ah, yes. The delicate balancing act of lighthearted fun and chilling encounters.
Yeah.
It's something that truly sets Brindlewood Bay apart.
Right.
We'll delve into those intricacies when we return for the final part of our deep dive.
Don't touch that dial, folks. We'll be right back to explore the heart of what makes Brindlewood Bay so unique.
Okay, we're back, ready to explore that final piece of the Brindlewood Bay puzzle, the unique tone and style.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tricky thing to describe.
Yeah.
We've touched on the humor, the creeping horror, the cozy mystery vibes, but how does it all come together when you're actually like sitting at the table, dice in hand?
Imagine, if you will, a scene straight out of a classic mystery novel.
Okay.
Your Mavens are investigating a spooky old mansion,
Uh-huh.
cobwebs clinging to every corner,
Yep.
shadows dancing in the flickering lamplight.
Okay.
There's a palpable sense of dread as you uncover a hidden room filled with strange symbols and unsettling artifacts. Okay, I'm already feeling the chills. It sounds genuinely spooky, but I have a feeling Brindlewood Bay doesn't let the tension linger for too long.
You're right. Just as the atmosphere gets thick with suspense,
Yeah.
one of the Mavens decides to use her Marie Curie ability to analyze the dust particles, convinced it holds the key to the mystery.
Hmm.
It's a moment that breaks the tension. injecting a dose of humor and absurdity into the situation.
That's what's so brilliant about Brindlewood Bay. It's this constant dance between genuine chills and lighthearted fun. It's like the game is winking at you, saying, yes, this is scary stuff, but let's not forget to have a good time.
Exactly. It's that unexpected juxtaposition that makes it so refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
You might be facing a terrifying otherworldly entity one moment,
Right.
and then using your Bob Vila ability to cleverly reinforce a door against its otherworldly intrusions the next.
Yeah.
It's that blend of suspense and silliness that makes Brindlewood Bay so unique.
So it's not a horror game for the faint of heart,
Huh?
but it's also not a parody. It's finding that sweet spot where you can genuinely feel the chills while also laughing along the way.
Precisely. And that's what makes it so appealing to such a diverse group of players.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game that welcomes everyone, regardless of your experience with RPGs or your tolerance for tentacles.
It seems like the humor is a key ingredient in that accessibility. It's not just about facing down cosmic dread. It's about finding the absurdity within those situations
Mhm.
and embracing the unexpected.
Absolutely. It's about acknowledging that even in the face of the unknown,
Yeah.
there's room for laughter and camaraderie.
Well, for our listener, if you're looking for a game that's both entertaining and thought-provoking, a game that blends chills with chuckles, then Brindlewood Bay might just be the perfect fit.
It sounds like it.
It's a game that encourages you to think outside the box, to embrace the strange and unusual, and to create unforgettable stories with your friends.
Well said. It's a reminder that games can be so much more than just rolling dice and following rules.
Yeah.
They can be a portal to new worlds, a catalyst for laughter and connection, and a way to explore the depths of our imaginations.
And with that, we conclude our depth dive into the world of Brindlewood Bay. We hope you've enjoyed this exploration as much as we have. Remember, the true mystery lies in the journey, not just the destination. So gather your fellow Mavens, brew a pot of your strongest tea, and get ready to unravel the secrets of Brindlewood Bay.
Happy gaming!